very, very special.
You think Kathy and Steve will stay together that long?
No, I don't think so.
And growing up is fun, full of experiences we'll always remember.
Then Andy's taking Jennifer.
Andy's taking Jennifer. Not Stephanie. What happened between those two?
I don't know.
We're all sisters, much more alike than different.
Is Lori going to jail?
I doubt it. She wouldn't stand around him last night.
Yes, she would. She was sitting on the trailer with him.
Well, she moved up in front.
And so we all have lots of the very same feelings. We all start our growing up at the very beginning. We're little girls, then big girls, then women. This is a story about how becoming a woman happens to all of us. About understanding our bodies. I'm Marlo Thomas, and for me, it's a very special story that I'd like to share with you. On The Body Human, the facts for girls.
Lean forward, arms up, push left and down. Lean forward, arms up, push left, push right and down. Forward.
Linda Miller is 10 years old.
Push left, push right, and down.
Linda loves roller skating, television, all her girlfriends, and boys a little. Linda's curious. She's changing.
Up and left
And she wishes she were already 12.
and down. Lean. It's up.
Which is where Sonia Patton happens to be. Sonia just knows she's not a little girl anymore.
Smoke gets in your eyes.
She wishes she could only be 14.
And down. Lean on that right foot. Arms up.
Being 14 is what Shelley Piercy is experiencing right now.
Down. Lean.
Yet today, my love has
Shelley's wondering whether anyone has ever felt all the feelings that Shelley's been feeling.
Can I take your order, please?
I need 2 cheeseburgers, 2 fries, and 2 medium cokes.
I remember having all kinds of questions about sex and puberty and about my feelings during those changing years. Sometimes our bodies are ready for things that we're not ready for as people. We feel powerful physical attractions. We begin to wonder what love really is, and really isn't. It's strong, strong stuff. I remember.
Can I come up? I like your beard. I like your beard. I like you.
You look good-looking jeans,
We'll
huh?
take you through the cookie machine.
Yeah, kid. How you doing? Where's your room?
That one.
Is that where we're gonna go?
Yeah, come on. We're going to take you through the cookie machine.
Oh, I'm starving. Chocolate chip cookies?
Chocolate chip! 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 Chocolate chip!
Thank you. Does everybody here have their period already?
I do.
You did? Yeah, some of you don't have it yet? Have you noticed that things are starting to happen to you, even if you don't have your period? Are you changing? Is your body changing in other ways?
Slowly.
Are you? Are any of you changing in any other ways? Are you getting taller?
No.
Yeah. You know, it's an interesting thing because, I mean, I'm obviously older than all of you, but I have the same kind of things going on inside of me that you have going on inside of you all the time. It's like every female person has a clock inside of them. And this clock goes off at your own time. And so when some girls will start their period sooner because their clock is ready to go off.
And that's when changing begins. Very gradually over the next few years, girls change to women. It's called puberty or adolescence. Remember, you may start puberty earlier or later than other girls you know. But don't worry. Every girl eventually ends up a woman. And here's how it happens. At puberty, a kind of clock inside your brain releases tiny amounts of special chemicals into your bloodstream. They're called female sex hormones. Deep within your pelvis, these hormones awaken your uterus, where someday a baby can grow. Your vagina, which is the birth canal, your fallopian tubes, where a pregnancy begins, and your ovaries, where an egg ripens each month, is released and is captured by the groping tips of the tubes. Usually by month's end, both the egg and the inner lining of your uterus are washed away with your menstrual period. And then the cycle starts again. But remember, a pregnancy can occur if a male's penis deposits sperm in the vagina during intercourse at the time the ovary is releasing an egg, because the sperm and egg can unite here in the tube, and the fertilized egg settles in the uterus, where a baby grows. The sex hormones also gradually change the shape of a girl's body. One of the first things she'll notice is how her breasts are beginning to grow, and how her face and upper arms become fuller. Soon, automatically, her hips widen, her breasts mature. Breast size differs girl to girl, and it's okay. The size of our breasts, big, small, or medium, really isn't that important. Next thing you'll know, you'll have a more womanly shape. Hair grows under your arms and around the pubic area of your body. There are other changes, too. But since so much of a girl's sexual anatomy is inside, it's not always easy for a girl to see these changes in her own body. Here are some facts. The labia, which just means lips, are here. First the outer lips, and more inside, the inner lips. These folds enclose the opening to the vagina, which is both a passageway to the uterus and where sperm are deposited by a male's penis during intercourse. Above the vagina is the urethra, connecting the urinary bladder to the outside. And above that, the clitoris, which, like the penis of a boy, is very sensitive to touch and functions to convey sexual pleasure.
And push.
Our bodies are biologically very different from a man's. But beyond that, most differences we hear about are just not true. Like strenuous activity will affect a girl's menstrual cycle, or girls just aren't built to be athletic,
Great.
or athletic girls aren't sexually attractive. Untrue, all of them. And then the whopper of them all.
I've even got my period today, and I didn't do that. You know how people say that if you have your period, you can't do the same kind of exercise. Did you know that Billie Jean King won one of those really famous tennis tournaments? I think it was like the Wimbledon or something, and she had her period. Did you hear that you weren't supposed to have exercises when you had your period?
Well, a lot of people think that, but, you know, on the movies and things like that, they tell you you should, really, because it's good for you.
It's good for you. What are some of the names that people call having the period?
On the rag.
Oh, yeah, right?
Popping the cork or something like that.
And what else? Have you heard one? When I was a kid, they used to call it the curse. I don't know why they called it that. I mean, it's hardly a curse.
Well, what activities do you not do when you're having your period?
There's nothing that I stop doing that I don't normally do. I work as an actress. I travel. I model clothes for the pattern. I jog. I play tennis. I make love with my husband.
Do you get grouchy and grumpy when you're having your period?
I'm grouchy and grumpy when I'm going to be grouchy and grumpy, but I don't think my period has anything to do with it. You know, all the time I was doing That Girl, I had to be gay and bubbly and joyful, and I did it for 5 years, and I never could stop once a month just because I had my period. I don't think it has anything to do with your period. I think people tell you that you're going to be grumpy and grouchy, and so then you expect that you will be, and so then you live up to the expectation. But I really don't think from my own experience that that's true.
What about the cramps that you get?
You know, I used to get cramps when I was younger, but I don't get them anymore, and most doctors say that if you exercise, you won't have cramps, that exercising is the best thing for it, you know, because cramps is about your period not really starting. You know how once the flow is started, the cramps go away, and exercise helps the blood to begin to come down.
Let's go first. Okay, better make a time at it. Right, Dana, go for two. For first, Linda.
I remember how important best friends were to growing up.
Bring them down a little. Okay, Sonia. Stay with it.
And to sharing all my feelings.
Hi. I'll be dismounted.
During puberty, our emotions change as much or more than our bodies.
Sonia, hurry, please.
And new feelings about boys are just one of these changing emotions. Crushes, daydreams, romantic fantasies, even feelings of desire for another person. We've all had them. They're all part of growing up.
Yes, I think it's going to rain.
And the really nice thing to look forward to is that eventually, best friends gets to include both boys and girls. Growing up means you'll find out all kinds of new things about you and what you want to do in the years ahead.
Oh, gotta go up there and try not to hit either side, because I'm the one that's gonna hit it, not you.
As we get older, yearning for a relationship with one special boy brings new kinds of friendships and new experiences, too.
A bunch of my friends kept begging me, telling me that he wanted to kiss me, and I was scared to death. So they said, well, he'll kiss you in 4th hour in band, and I said, I said, not in school. And so they said, okay, when? And I said, oh, after school, when we're going to the bus. So I had to go get my clarinet out of the band room, and after that, he walked me to my bus, and I said, not in front of my bus. So we had to walk down in front of a few other buses, and I couldn't have lasted more than 2 seconds. I don't know, I just looked up and I just went, uh-oh, and took off. I just ran to my bus. I don't even think I told him bye.
Shaboom, shaboom, ya-la-la-la-la-la-la, shaboom, shaboom, ya-la-la-la-la-la-la, shaboom, shaboom, ya-la-la-la-la-la-la, shaboom, 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 ya-la-la-la-la-la-la, shaboom, shaboom,
I know.
ya-la-la-la-la-la-la, shaboom, shaboom, ya-la-la-la-la-la-la, shaboom. Every time I look at you, something is on my mind. If you do,
I remember wondering, alone on a date, what in the world would a girl talk to a boy about?
So what classes are you going to take next year?
I don't remember. Modern world cultures, biology too, typing, and LA 30. How about you?
Let's see. Taking geometry,
Oh, I'm taking geometry, yeah.
oral cultures, 22, language 22, and then language 21B, and earth science, I think. Yeah.
Should have taken biology.
I couldn't pass it, and then I'd have to take another credit.
It's a hard class.
life could be enriched. If only all my precious plans would come true.
Come back here.
What, don't you trust my balance?
No.
Go sing.
Okay.
When do you get to go out like on real, on dates?
As soon as we can drive. Or no, as soon as my mom and dad. As soon as our boyfriends can drive.
Would you be scared if that boy held your hand?
No. No, I would not be scared at all.
Do you like that?
What about yeah. Don't feel excited now. Yeah.
What about kissing?
God knows all about that.
There's a girl at our school, and she's in 10th grade and she's pregnant.
Yeah. And she wears shirts that say, yes, I am.
Oh, gosh. Do you know her? Have you ever talked to her?
No,
I
I
sit by her in English.
I hardly ever see her.
I don't think she's wild, you guys.
I don't think she is.
Look at her background and things.
Well, when your clock starts going and you have your period and you can have a baby, you become physically ready to have a baby. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're ready in other ways to have a baby, right?
Right.
How do you think you know when the rest of you is ready?
When you're married.
Right, when you're married. Good idea.
Yeah.
Good idea.
When you're old enough to handle responsibility.
Uh-huh.
Like now, if I got pregnant, I can go out and find a job, and raise, a child.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm only 13. That's like, I wish I done
Married. She had. Now, if I'd be totally embarrassed that.
You have to go through the experience of growing up before you know. I think you're right, son. I mean, that's how I feel.
Some about the lady wrote me on falling down the hole in your round overcoat. They didn't say the dream that I knew just couldn't end.
Being a girl is very, very special. I know. And I remember.
I never told the